Coco Gauff shares a classy 9-word message with 18-year-old rising star who gave her a tough time in Italian Open opener. Coco Gauff's resilience was put to the test by rising star Victoria Mboko at the Italian Open 2025. The 18-year-old looked purposeful when she broke Gauff not once but thrice in the first set to eventually win the set 6-1. As the upset was lurking, the American found the lost rhythm and stormed back to win the next 2 sets and thereby the match. With the win, the no-4 seed has progressed to the round of 32 of the tournament. Coco Gauff lavishes praise for Victoria Mboko. Following the culmination of the match, Coco Gauff did not forget to give the teenager her flowers for putting up a fight and shared a classy message with her during the customary handshake. The 2023 U.S. Open winner praised her opponent and disseminated 9 words of encouragement for Mboko. "Keep your head up, okay? You did great," Gauff told the 18-year-old, patting her on the shoulder. The current world no. 3 was also full of praise for Mboko during her encore interview, admitting she knew the teenager would be a threat. "It was a tough match. Victoria. She came out playing some great tennis. I knew she was going to do that just from watching some of her previous matches," Gauff told the crowd. "Overall, I'm just happy with how I was able to step up my game. Wasn't playing so well in the first set, and on top of that she was playing some great tennis, but I was able to reset." Coco Gauff will next take on Polish player Magda Linette in the round of 32 of the tournament. In the hushed tension of a packed Roman stadium, beneath the amber hues of a setting sun and the piercing focus of camera lenses, one of the most anticipated matches of the Italian Open's opening round reached its final note. Coco Gauff, the world no. 3 and 1 of tennis's most poised competitors, had just edged out an electrifying young challenger in a grueling 2-set battle. But the match's most powerful moment came not in a fist pump or a winning shot, but in 9 quietly spoken words from Coco Gauff to her opponent. "You pushed me harder than most top players do." Simple, respectful, classy, and absolutely unforgettable. Those words weren't just sportsmanship. They were a torch passed from a rising queen of the sport to a future star. Clash of generations. The match that had everyone watching. The match in question. A tense, high-octane opener between Gauff and 18-year-old rising star Lila Demova, a relatively unknown Bulgarian upstart who had entered the tournament as a lucky loser, but played like she was born for the big stage. From the very first rally, it was clear that this would not be a routine opener for Gauff. Demova came out swinging flat backhands, clever drop shots, and the kind of unfiltered fearlessness that only youth can bring. She broke Gauff in the 3rd game with a stunning forehand winner and held her own through most of the first set. Gauff, uncharacteristically rattled, found herself gritting through baseline duels she usually dominates, but experience prevailed, and she squeaked by with a 7-6-5, 6-4 win. Still, when the final point was played and both women met at the net, Coco didn't raise her arms in triumph. She looked her opponent in the eyes, smiled with the kind of recognition that comes from having been in those very shoes, and leaned in with the 9 words that sparked 1,000 headlines. "You pushed me harder than most top players do." To the average fan, it was a quick exchange. To the tennis world, it was everything. For Lila Demova, only recently ranked outside the top 200, with no WTA Tour-level wins to her name before this week, it was validation of the highest order. "I didn't expect that from her," Demova said later, clearly still stunned. "She didn't just beat me. She respected me. She saw me." A seed of greatness recognized. What made Gauff's 9 words resonate so deeply wasn't just that they were kind. It was that they were true. Gauff has faced and defeated former Grand Slam champions, top 10 mainstays, and battle-hardened veterans. Yet here she was, telling a teenager in her first Italian Open that she'd just experienced one of her toughest matches in recent memory. It was humility, yes, but also recognition. Gauff didn't have to say anything. She could have nodded, walked off the court, and let the headlines speak for themselves. But instead, she spoke directly to the player across from her and acknowledged her spirit. That's leadership. That's legacy. A flashback to 2019. Many drew parallels between this moment and Coco's own early days on tour. In 2019, she stunned the world by defeating Venus Williams at Wimbledon as a 15-year-old. After that match, Venus famously told Coco, "She played amazing and I'm so proud of her." It was a passing of the torch, a dignified moment from legend to prodigy. Fast forward 6 years, and Gauff now stands on the other side of that legacy exchange. Her words to Demova carried the same weight, now shaped by experience, pressure, and a deep understanding of what that recognition means to a teenager chasing her dream. When someone tells you they believe in your game, especially someone who's been where you want to go, it sticks with you, Gauff said in her press conference. I just wanted her to know that she's real. She's coming. A viral moment. Within minutes, footage of the exchange went viral. Clips of their handshake, paired with Gauff's 9-word quote, flooded tennis Twitter and Instagram. At WTA posted, respect, grace, recognition. Coco Gauff's 9-word message says it all. At Tennis Channel added, Coco continues to lead on and off the court. Future meets future. Even other pros chimed in, with former world no. One Caroline Wozniacki tweeting, class act by Coco. These are the moments that matter most. The psychology of poise. What's perhaps most impressive about Gauff is how young she still is, only 21. And yet she carries herself with the maturity of a veteran twice her age. In press conferences, she breaks down matches with the mind of a tactician. On court, she rallies like a warrior. But off court, it's moments like this that separate her. I think players like Coco make you want to be better, not just as a player, but as a person, one commentator noted on air. She knows how hard it is out there, and instead of affording her success, she shares it, even in defeat for others. The impact on Demova. For Lila Demova, the moment is likely to become a defining one, not because she lost, but because of how she lost and how she was seen. My family texted me after, she told reporters. They said, she didn't just beat you. She asked you a message. You're ready. With newfound confidence and a likely wild card in future WTA events, Demova's next steps on tour suddenly feel brighter. She even posted her Instagram story that night. No trophy, but I leave Rome with gold in my heart. Thank you, Coco. Building a culture of support. In an era where pressure, media scrutiny, and mental health challenges loom over young athletes, moments like these matter more than ever. Gauff has long been a vocal advocate for mental well-being in tennis. Her openness about anxiety, confidence, and the weight of expectations has already made her a role model, not just to fans, but to her fellow players. By pausing to uplift Demova, she wasn't just being polite, she was cultivating a culture of support in a sport that often rewards isolation. Final thoughts. More than a match. There are matches that earn you trophies, and then there are matches that define your character. Coco Gauff's gritty win in Rome was both, but what will be remembered longer than the scoreline is her poise, her perspective, and the power of 9 simple words. Words that said, I see you, I respect you, keep going. And sometimes, that's all it takes to shape the next chapter of someone's journey.